So all you moderates and other so-called Christians, have you guys lost what love thy neighbor and supporting your neighbor and love is love is? Because I've seen the last several years since Obama, but it's been really bad lately about your Christian Bible faith. Because on the left, I've seen so many people going against the Bible, and they say they're Christian and they're faithful and religious. Thing is, they're liberals now, and some are gone to the left while holding conservative views, except a few. Tulsi Gabbard and Manchin. I forgot Manchin's first name. But anyway, they're the only two who I really think should switch parties because the Democratic Party is no longer the Blue Dog Democrat of the JFKs or Reagan anymore because they kill babies, they support pedophiles, and they don't exactly go by what Bible says and the Ten Commandments. Love thy family, love thy mother and father, and most of them are so bitter that the against the authority, they just don't see being disciplined and having authority in your lives is a good thing. It gets you grounded and makes you a better person and a religious and faithful and good, honest person who really cares about people. Like I said, love thy neighbor and love is love. Yes, some left do have intolerance about conservatives and their views and morals. I really haven't seen them going against sexuality or trans, even though they are, but only because of policies and how they're going to the right instead of sticking with the what the law of things gays and homosexuals, transgender, bisexuals should lean to because honestly, I met a few people and the good people, they do have more standards, more backgrounds, but they do act a little liberal. Socialism and shall not kill. They're killing babies and they're doing street violence and getting guns and killing people in the streets. And yes, killing babies, abortion, that's about the right too. I got to shall not lie. The moderate Democrats are starting to lie because they say they're still conservative, but only Manchin and Tulsi Gabbard are the only ones who are sticking by their beliefs. They really need to switch parties because they are really conservative. They don't need to go to Republican. They just need to switch parties and be conservative. Like Caitlyn Jenner, she switched parties when she transitioned and just realized her people in the LGBTQ community is not for the morals and values of a good conservative or Republican. So she switched back being a conservative and Republican. She really is now sticking to it and defending morals and ethics and right and so on. I'm not going to go into more details about the left because I probably will not have enough time. But anyway, I want to go to the Republican side because it's going to take me a while to explain what is so wrong and so deeply wrong with the Republican Party, because they say themselves a godly people, conservative. However, they turn themselves into a capitalist, money-hungry, not loving thy neighbor people, because like Ukraine, like I said in one of my last videos, they do not support Ukraine because the energy, the spending money, and how it spends billions and billions and trillions of dollars to help Ukraine. But this is where the love thy neighbor comes from. Republicans, don't you want to see other countries become free? And don't you want to see human lives being saved and fighting for their lives? Ukraine is not asking for help from military. Zelensky, from the beginning, said he does not want help military. He just wants weapons and military gusto that would help defeat Russia. And the sanctions do not work. Did not stop this war in the beginning, and it's still going on. So yeah, we need to fund Ukraine to help fight Russia. And like I said, the military, he did ask people voluntarily to help fight for for his country's freedom. He wasn't forcing and demanding help. He was asking. And 1,600 people from the United States and across the world in the beginning, and probably more now, are helping Ukraine defend itself against Russia. That's what we should be doing, instead of worrying about the economy or energy or what Russia does across the thing, because he really wants the thing from World War II, Hitler, to happen again. Do not want to see that ever happen again. If we don't help and defend Ukraine, it will happen. So we need to help Ukraine for military supplies. And these people having their lives and their livelihoods uprooted because of Russia, we need to help fund food and clothes and maybe traveling. I'm not sure if that's gonna stay in Poland or being refugees. We do need help. We need to help them be refugees, including in this country, because that's what human beings do, humanitarian things to do. Stop being so bitter about spending money where human lives are being affected and destroyed by Russia. And we should help get them food and stuff. One last thing about the journalists. Journalists did not have to be in the middle of a war zone. I blame Fox News and other people who had the journalists killed in the beginning of the war. I'm not sure if they're still going to be killed, but they know people are being killed in Ukraine and Russia. Russia doesn't care. People thought peace deal and Russia wanted to do peace talk. You guys are foolish for believing Russia if they wanted to go for peace talks. Never trust Russia. Never. So anyway, that's it for Ukraine and Russia. But social agendas, social propaganda, you guys feel is worse than the left. I've seen so many people says homosexuality, transgender, and other sexual orientations or activity is sick and mental ill. No, you're mental ill for saying that. People, you need to stop being so bigoted and homophobic and transphobic and anything, because you guys don't understand. Like Ricky Martin, one example. Ricky Martin didn't want to be gay. He fought so long and so hard to stop being gay. He prayed, and he is Christian, and he prayed and prayed and prayed, and he just ended up being gay. For transgender, I like what Mike Hollow said. We should not have kids under 13 being pressured being transgender or gay. It's just parents' ideology and thinking they are because they feel it. But anyway, you guys need to stop being so hatred towards different lifestyles. And I just read somewhere gay parents should not have kids because it spreads pedophilia. No, it doesn't. It's only your fear that spreads hate. And also just other issues in school, going back to school after COVID instead of remote learning. You guys are pushing for church and state to be for it, but the thing is, you guys are pushing for your kids to have public schooling when the public schooling is not conservative or strong enough in our beliefs. So that's why I would, if I had kids, I would have homeschool my kids or take them to really reliable private school. So you guys are wrong about that. On the border, I agree with you all that we need to build that wall. So anyway, you guys all just don't understand why no Republicans and GOP have been in government in Washington or a state level, and there won't be a red wave. It's not going to be a blue wave either. It's going to be a purple wave. You guys all forgot the foundation of faith and church and our moral code and our ethical code. You guys need to wake up before we lose our country altogether, because we will. If we worry about money, energy, not thinking mental health issues on the left. But the thing is policies are killing us. Policies are damaging our country. Not money, not the economy, not jobs. Our policies are killing us because we're forgetting of our faith and religion and our morals and ethics and values. Not the other way around.